Hey guys, I have some awesome news for you. The beautiful Philodendron Spiritus Sancti is in bloom, and if you've been following along on social media, I was just posting pictures of it and showing you guys the flowers. I wanted to do a nice video for our subscribers here on YouTube and show you guys how beautiful the flowers look. There's one opening right now. I'll show you guys some of what I pollinated. Let's get in here. Be very careful. We are in the canopy of Spiritus Sancti, a very sacred place. Look at this flower. It's just opening tonight, and this spadix, or the male part, is now starting to undergo thermogenesis. And I feel this right now, it's starting to get slightly warm. And as the evening goes on and it gets darker, this will warm up. I believe it's 90 some degrees. I could be wrong, I'm not sure. But to me, it feels like you're holding a warm blanket, like one of those heated blankets. It's noticeably warmer than anything else. So it's starting to get warm. You could see it's opening up. The female parts are like, come to me, beetles, pollinate me, bring me pollen. So here you could see a few different flowers I've pollinated, and I've been doing a couple different things. Some I pollinated early as soon as the flower opens. Some I waited for the flower to undergo thermogenesis when it's really receptive and darker. Some I've done the next morning. Some I've done half when it first opens, the other half later. I'm trying all these options just to get the best success rate of pollination and making sure I get some seeds. I don't know if it's going to work, but this is so exciting. Look at this. These look like they're swollen already. And you know, I really wouldn't be surprised. This plant has been so vigorous for me. It has 7 flowers. I've been told that it's really difficult, but honestly, this is one of the largest plants I've seen in cultivation. It's so robust. I don't see why this plant would not want to, pollinate, even if it's self-pollination as a last resort. Why would this not want to make seeds? So that's my attitude toward this. I'm doing everything I can to put pollen around it, and I feel like it's going to be successful, but we will not know until around 3 or 4 weeks. And I will keep you guys updated, but this would be huge. I'm not sure. Rodrigo in Brazil, he was, I think, the first to ever create seedlings of it. I think this would be the second one. I'm not 100% sure. It is not a big thing. Apparently, it's really hard to do, nearly impossible. But I'm feeling really hopeful, and I'll share and keep you guys updated once it progresses, and I really hope we have seed. I would die. Spiritus Sancti, the spirit comes to save it. I love it. I would love to offer these to our customers and just to, the US market. It would be such an awesome botanical accomplishment. I do have some stored pollen in the freezer, and I am going to come back later tonight and pollinate this, and I'll show you guys how I do that. I'm going to do it the standard way, or the way it's believed to be done, where when the spadix, this pointy male part, undergoes thermogenesis, the female parts are receptive that first night. So it's its first night. We'll come back, get some pollen, and I'll just show you guys what I'm going to do. So it is around midnight, and I'm here. The Spiritus Sancti flower has opened. It is beautiful. It is looking like it is just saying, come and pollinate me. Although it is not warm yet, I feel like I'm going to go ahead and begin pollinating this. To me, the fact that this flower is wide open, it's kind of moist in there. This is just saying pollinate me, thermogenesis or not. So maybe one thing that I'm thinking of, who knows, is that maybe the female flowers kind of have that UV look that, like how insects see. So maybe this is glowing to those beetles or whatever pollinates them. And maybe it's not really about being receptive during thermogenesis. Who knows? Anyway, I'm going to pollinate this one now a little early. It's dark, it's open. It looks like it wants pollen. So I have some pollen here that I've stored from the last flower. You could see it here. Let me see if I can get nice. Look at this. You could see it's all dry, white and creamy. Kind of hilarious, but I'm going to use this pollen here, and I'm going to get it on that flower, so let's go in and pollinate, guys. You can see the pollen at the end of the brush. It's kind of creamy. It feels grainy, at least going by the scooping of the brush. And it looks like it thawed out nicely. So this is what I'm adding to my female flower. It's nice and sticky. So here we go. Make sure to cover all those stigmas. And now we just hope and pray. I honestly feel like this flower is so open. Why would it not want pollen now? That's the attitude I'm taking. And, you know, the other seed heads look really good on this in the background. I'll show you those, like this one. So, you know, wish me luck. I really hope this works. I'll keep you guys updated. But I am going to just keep getting pollen on this, the female flowers. The female flowers are receptive the first night, right here, and then tomorrow night this will produce, and throughout tomorrow, starting tomorrow morning, this will produce resin. Tomorrow night this will be loaded with pollen. Usually it closes right around the pollen before there's a lot, for me anyway, this particular plant. And then I'll just force the spathe back open and collect all the pollen like I did here. But let's see if it works. You know, I don't want to count my chickens before they hatch, but this is really exciting. Just gonna keep adding this pollen to this female. You know, there's nothing to lose here. That seed head over there, I'm feeling like made it. I really feel like this one back here has made it. It's nice and swollen. It looks like there's some fruit happening, but you know, time will tell. On these flowers here, I did do a couple different things. If I didn't mention it, you know, I pollinated some right before they opened. You know, I pollinated some as soon as they opened, like this one. Some of them I pollinated half of them as soon as they opened, and then half once it was undergoing thermogenesis. Some I pollinated in the morning. I did a mixture of things to really see, you know, what can work. As long as I have pollen, that's hopefully really good, and flowers to work with, you know. Something has to work here. I don't understand why this plant would not want to be self-pollinated, even as a last resort. So wish me luck. I'm gonna keep pollinating. There's 2 more flowers after this. I'll collect pollen on this tomorrow. So it is night number 2 and we're visiting the Spiritus Sancti flower again. It is undergoing thermogenesis when the spadix warms up. It's around room temperature. It's definitely noticeably warm. So I'm just going to go ahead and pollinate this during this time yet again, because I did some of it earlier yesterday, last night, as you saw. I'm going to come back in because this being warm is a signal. It's saying, come pollinate me, or come to my flower, whether it's beetle or whatever pollinates these in the wild. I've never seen them. Maybe there's something even beside a beetle, but they go down in here for the night, and when they come up, they'll not only they'll get some of this resin on them, and that will stick the pollen to them too. So they'll leave in the morning after spending the night in here, I think. So that's just my hypothesis of what I think happens, and I'm gonna just go ahead and put more pollen on here. I don't see why it cannot hurt to add more pollen to the flowers that I did yesterday, and to add it to newer areas that I didn't touch. So I have some more pollen in this cup here. I'm using another flower that I saved that had a lot of flower in the spadix. So you can see it's creamy and white. And whether it's really good or not, I will not know until, you know, weeks go on and see if this works or it doesn't. But all we can do is try. So I got it creamy on the brush. It's so creamy. And I'm going to get it all over that, the female flowers. So I'm just coming in here and rubbing this on the female part again. It's really gooey. And I'm just going to cover as many of those flowers as I can. And whether or not this is receptive right now, I have no clue. I'm just trying to do different techniques with each flower, like I said. And it would not hurt to pollinate this more than one time to ensure that it worked. So I'm gonna put just a little more on there. I want to save this just in case I need it. But tonight, later tonight, or super early in the morning, this is gonna produce pollen all up this. That's what's going on here. Usually once the resin starts to come out here, the pollen will form. It's usually super early in the morning, like 4 a.m. I get down here. Sometimes I miss it, but in that case, the spathe closes around this. I just peel it back open, and it's still inside there. There's no reason why it shouldn't still be fresh. Pollen can sometimes last a few days, so I'm just going to go on that and hope it works. I have some really exciting news. Spiritus Sancti has produced a nice, fat, juicy seed head for us. These are all ready. It was almost falling off there. So never did philodendrons before, but I better learn. I'm assuming I'm going to get these in some water and get all those seeds out of there and then separate them and plant them out. I'll try some in soil and some on sphagnum. But here we go. Let's see how many seeds are in here. So I saw this one guy online, and I did this with the anthuriums. Oh god. Oh, see all the seeds coming out? This is what I'm going to do. I'm going to get it in the water and just squeeze and try to separate. Oh my god, there's stuff coming out. I hope they're nice seeds. Squeeze this and just get seeds. If there are seeds, I'm assuming there are seeds. It's been on here now. I pollinated this on the 4th of July, actually. How fun. And it's been a few months. I see stuff. Now, to my knowledge, philodendron seeds can be very small, like grains of sand. I'm just mushing this up, getting the berries off there. Let's see. So I got some of the stuff out here that was kind of, taking up space. It's now all mainly the seeds, and I'm removing the excess flesh away from the seed, and I'm just using this rod to stir this and kind of agitate it away. But you can see, let me see if I can find some. It's not the big white part, that's the seed sac. Oh, here, you could see all the tiny seeds. They look like grains of sand. Wow, there are thousands of them. This is so awesome. It's not over until it's over, until I plant these seeds and I see green coming up, but this is the first successful pollination and seed collection of pure Spiritus Sancti in the United States, and I believe second in the world. Rodrigo down in Brazil was first. And what an awesome accomplishment. It's not Nepenthes, but it is such an epic and awesome plant achievement. I'm so excited about this, and I can't wait to offer these. All of our customers want these so bad. And they're not going to be $20,000 or $15,000 and crazy thousands. Definitely going to find a way to get these into the hands of everyone. So wait on us. Don't give into those tissue culture cloning things. We're going to make a lot of seeds here, and we should be able to supply everybody with the beautiful Spiritus Sancti. And yeah, this is just really exciting. So I'm going to get these seeds separated, and I'll show you what they actually look like once I get them out of here. So I developed my own method of getting these seeds out of their little rubbery coat. Watch, you just kind of pop it out the top. Oh, there it is. And you could see, look at them, they're just coming out. They're very tiny, but look at all the seeds here. And that's just in a little pile. Do you see all the seeds below my hand? There are, I don't even know, thousands and thousands and thousands. Look at all the Spiritus Sancti seed that's hiding in here. Each one of these little grains of rice, they look like, has, some of them have 3, 4, 1, 2 seeds. There are thousands and thousands and thousands and thousands of seeds here. So just wish me luck. I'm going to get these planted up. This is going to take a very long time to do this, efficiently and nice and make sure we can grow them. I'm thinking put these right on a nice fluffy bed of sphagnum and they should sprout. I'm hoping soon if they're like an anthurium, but I know they're a philodendron. Just really so excited about this. I really hope this works out. I can't wait to see green. Here we are a few months later, approximately 3 months later from planting the seed. I planted them around September 25th. And you could see this beautiful microgreen flat of Spiritus Sancti. I would not suggest eating them. They probably burn your mouth out, but these look so good. And we have started dividing these seedlings and potting them up. Some really exciting stuff. I did find quite a few variegated ones, but these all look very uniform. They look really good, and they're growing so fast. The ones we brought down the Highland greenhouse and started repotting are smaller than these, because these have just been here in the grow tent with the consistent conditions, the hydrofog or the grow light, and they're getting so big so fast. So we just completed almost one flat. We have this one and a few others to go, but I'll bring you guys down the greenhouse and let's check out what's going on down there. Here we are down the greenhouse, and this is one of the seedling shelves I built down here, but you could see all of the Spiritus under the lights. There are so many. We've been working really hard to get all of these in their own little pots, get them nice and happy. And as I mentioned upstairs, look at this. There's around 5 variegated ones. We'll see if it remains stable. It's very stable on this one so far. But, you know, I'm not going to count the chickens before they hatch. I want at least, you know, 4 leaves on this. A couple more would be nice to really have that certainty. But so far, this looks very variegated. And the new leaf coming out is also variegated, has white stripes in it. So I hope that stays consistent with that. And you can see there's one here. This one's starting to come out variegated. But, you know, I just don't think it is stable until I see at least like 5 leaves on these and, you know, some nice big ones. So we'll see. I have them aside. I'm naming this one comically Dominic's Unicorn. So hopefully that stays that way. I would love to see a big variegated Spiritus Sancti. But yeah, we did a little sale on these for Black Friday. Other than that, I haven't really released any. You could see some of them are starting to get quite large. But I want to get these a few more inches, and then we will, I guess, flood the world with Spiritus Sancti. Such an awesome accomplishment. And I am so excited that I could share this with you guys. It's so fun and so exciting. I never expected that this would happen. Well, it was really cool to share this awesome experience with you guys. Such a cool accomplishment to make such a rare and fascinating species, especially from seed. And I cannot wait to see what happens with the variegated ones. Can you imagine this variegated with all that white in here? It would look so cool. So I'll keep you guys up to date on how those grow out. But this pretty much completes the whole process from start to finish with the Spiritus Sancti seedling production. Thanks for watching, guys, and stay tuned for more cool plant juice.